Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'll be sharing my experience with migraines and how the daith piercing has helped. I'll show you my experience first of getting that done. So here's that video.
Oh yeah, we recorded this. Wait, are you for real? Jackie, you didn't even say anything.
Okay, so it wasn't a bad experience at all. It was actually pretty good. I was a little bit scared for it, but anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. I got a migraine for a whole week 2 years ago, and I ended up going to the doctors, and they said 4 ibuprofen. They said 4 ibuprofen every 4 to 6 hours is needed, and a caffeinated drink, and that should be okay. And then they said, unless there's some sort of weird family history we need to know about. And unfortunately, my mom died of cancer, of brain cancer. So that was that weird family history. So they sent me straight to the ER to get a CT scan, which came back normal, thank goodness. Within about a week, that migraine went away. And then we moved to Idaho, and in August, I got a migraine again, and I thought it would just be a short-lasting thing and that it would just go away. So I was just taking 4 ibuprofen every 4 to 6 hours with a caffeinated drink. It wasn't really helping. It would take the edge off, but barely. So what I ended up doing was I blocked out all the windows in my room, and we asked friends and family to come watch our kids so I could just lay in here while my husband's at work. So it was a really big blessing that they were able to come and help us out. It's usually just a headache, and then it goes into a migraine some days, but that first week was a whole migraine, like a full-on migraine for that whole week. So after dealing with that headache for like 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, we've got to find an answer somehow. So I went to my doctor, and he prescribed me a preventative medicine to help so I don't have to take all the ibuprofen. And he also did some blood work and thought that I might have an autoimmune disease. So he sent me down to a rheumatologist, and we went down to Utah to go be seen, and that took a few weeks to get in. And that doctor said I don't have an autoimmune disease, so he couldn't help me. Then it was on the search again to find answers. So I went to a chiropractor, and we went to a massage therapist, we went to a physical therapist, I went to the dentist, I went to an orthodontist, and then it led me all to a tattoo shop. Just kidding, but seriously. I went to the chiropractor and he always says that like my upper back is really tight and stuff, which isn't news, so I'm like, okay, whatever. That's not the cause of it, I don't think, since I'm always so tight. And then the massage therapist was just like, you can just rub back here and see if that helps, and that didn't help, just kind of flared things up. And then I went to the physical therapist and he did like a thorough examination, and he found out that my jaw is out of place, and every time I open it too wide, like when I yawn and stuff, it pops. Sometimes both sides, but mainly my right side. So we think that that's the cause, my jaw being so out of place, and then all the muscles being strained, causing that bad migraine and headache all the time. So he had me doing exercises to try to get my jaw back in place. Once my jaw is back in place, my teeth won't be lined up. So I went to a dentist and orthodontist to get like recommendations on what to do. And then we found out that I have a clenching problem. I clench and I grind. And so I have a bite guard being made for me now. So I will try that out when it gets here in a couple weeks. And I might end up eventually getting braces to help. Who knows? It's been kind of a long process to get to this point to know exactly what might be the cause. And just still I just struggle with a consistent headache, and sometimes it goes into a migraine. I was at church a couple Sundays ago and this girl in our ward was like, hey, you should try the daith piercing because that helped me with my migraines. And I'm like, what kind of piercing can help with a migraine? I kind of didn't believe in it at first until I started doing research about it. I watched a lot of people's videos and blogs and just heard all of their experiences, and for most of them it helped. And so my husband's like, you just have to try it, and if it doesn't help, just take them out. So I'm like, okay. Felt really uneasy about it, so I said a prayer and I said, Heavenly Father, I'm gonna go get these ear piercings. Please stop me if this is the wrong thing to do. And then after that prayer, I felt like calm about it, so I'm like, okay, maybe this will help. I felt okay about going in to do it. So my friends were like, we want to come with you. And so that's who you saw in the video, was Riley and Leah, so they came with me to get my ears pierced. The experience wasn't as bad as I thought. I was a little bit sketched out because there are no like normal places that you can get piercings done, or at least this piercing I had to go to a tattoo place to get it done. I haven't had a migraine yet since I've had them, which I was getting migraines probably 3 or 4 times a week before I got them. And I haven't had one yet. I woke up the Sunday after I got them done and I felt a migraine coming on. And I just pushed through it so I can go to church, and I got ready and then I cleaned the piercings, and then my migraine just went away. It was really weird and I didn't expect it. And after that day, like in the evening, my body was just worn out. So the only way I can explain it is like an epidural. Your body still goes through the pain, but you just can't feel it. So I feel like it helped. There's been other days where I wake up and I think I'm gonna have a migraine and then I don't. So I feel like overall they have helped. But there are other factors too that could be a part of it. Like I got put on a soft food diet, so I'm not overworking my jaw. And we did up my medication the week that I got them pierced. And I've been more conscious not to pop my jaw when I'm yawning or opening my mouth. So those things might have helped too. So I don't want to like give the credit all to the daith piercings. But if you're struggling, I would recommend at least trying it. And if it doesn't help for you, just like take them out, but for me, I feel like they have helped. I mean, it definitely didn't take away my headaches or anything, but I feel like they have helped. Also, it's been kind of just a struggle because I'm a photographer, so I work kind of on other people's schedules and usually outside, so it's really bright, and it's kind of just a struggle to deal with migraines and working and kids, and I'm a student, so craziness. So if you're out there struggling, I hope you can find relief, and I hope that you at least try getting the piercings to see if they help you. I've heard that sometimes it helps instantly, and sometimes I've heard that it takes like a month to kick in. So if that's you and you're thinking about getting the daith piercing, I would say try it, because it helped me. Even though I was pretty skeptical about it, I feel like they helped. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you.